All right, everybody. Thank you for coming over to my channel here on YouTube, checking out everything. Today, I'm going to do a little talking about this Old National Bank here in Louisville, Kentucky, where a young man walked in there and shot and killed 5 people and also put a police officer in critical condition. Matter of fact, it was a young police officer. He hadn't been out the school for 10 days. He wanted to be a police officer and help the community. These people that were involved in all this stuff, they were in there in the middle of a board meeting and everything. And there was a guy named Thomas Elliott. He's a 63-year-old vice president of the bank. Dean Eckert, 57-year-old executive administrative assistant. And there's several other people like Julian Farmer. They moved to Louisville, to take a job to help his daughter. He's a loan officer. I mean, she's a loan officer, and wanted to help her daughter. She's a single woman with 4 children. And that, these aren't bad people. They all want to do things for the community and for the neighborhoods and things like that. Let's see, James Tutt, a 64-year-old commercial real estate market executive. And he's a big booster of the revitalization of old urban neighborhoods, and he wants to revitalize all of them neighborhoods and, bring them back up to speed kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, I believe that with all of this going on, that all bank employees, all of them, should be armed and don't advertise it, secured and armed. And this kind of stuff wouldn't happen. Don't advertise it on the window that all bank employees are armed or like the school would do, teachers are armed, blah, blah, blah. No. If they come in the door guessing, they're going to guess all the way down the hallway. And that split of that second for them to guess, they can be taken down. So, when I go into a pawn shop, man, I tell you what, a pawn shop, you kind of figure, they got a whole bunch of stuff in there, some junk, but some good stuff. And usually when I go in there, I see 2 or 3 people that are armed to the hilt, either a 40 caliber, 9mm, something like that. I mean, whenever they have their own weapons and everything like that, it makes people think twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Well, if I go in there, I know that they're all armed because yesterday I went in there and made a deposit. Things like this. And you got to put all these thoughts in these people's heads. And they were saying this young man had a colorful background, that he was like, in and out of hospitals, crazy nuts, nut house, stuff like that. But, and he come in there and cause what they call a mass shooting. And of course, I think it's 4 or more. Matter of fact, I know it's 4 or more people, including the shooter. So, and also the mother of the gunman, she was saying, not to hurt him. He's a good guy, all that stuff. And like I say, everybody, all parents are going to say, yeah, my children are good, no matter how bad they really are, and, she was one of the ones that called in on 911 also. So, I just don't, I don't understand it. Anyway, this young man, he was 25 years old, and the family that he came from didn't even own any weapons or anything like that. So he's 25. He can purchase a gun even with a strong background check if he has no blemishes or anything. The first time he went, I guess, to the hospital or to some kind of psychologist, that should have been put on his record, and it would have threw up a flag to the people that he purchased a weapon from. So, and the way I see it, the way I believe to see it is once you go, let's just say, over to a psychologist, it should be put on your record. And why? Why did you go to the psychologist? Some people go because, well, they have financial problems, or they're about to break down over their financial problems, stuff like that. And that can fire off somebody, so don't take everybody's weapons, because if the weapon would have been left at the house, nobody would have been hurt. It was the human that was carrying the weapon. Prosecute the human. Well, of course, he was prosecuted, and in the way that he should have been. He was shot. So they fatally shot him, and I believe I haven't got an update on the young officer, and Jacqueline Gwynn She's the intern police chief, said she just swore him in, and his family was there to witness everything, and they were happy for him. And now he's laying up in the hospital, trying to recover and fighting for his life. So these people that get on there, and don't forget, this happens every day. It's just that the mainstream media, they'll report certain things. If you get on the internet and you check it all out, it happens every day. So anyhow, look, I'm about to get myself off and going on to work and everything, and I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I mean, look this up. I mean, it's out there in Louisville, Kentucky. Check it all out. I mean, it's a mess, man. I mean, this stuff can be stopped, or at least slowed way down. Once someone, like I said earlier, goes to the doctor, psychologist, it's put on their record, and why, in details, explicit details, why. And of course, there's only people that can obtain that information, especially the guys that are selling weapons. So that's what I feel that should happen. There's a lot of people that I know that are real good people, and if they go into a bank and they want to deposit their money into their account, and somebody comes running in there with a weapon that got fired or something from the bank or whatever happened, and just shoots the place up, doesn't care what happens, and 3 or 4 months before, he went to a psychologist for other problems and everything, and it wasn't reported. That's the problem we run into. So I feel that everything should be reported for people that go to a psychologist. All right. I'm going to leave you guys with one little thing. This is what I feel. I don't have a short temper. I just have a quick reaction to bull crap. Who's all with me? Flint's out.